Steel prices are soaring. Gresham's 5-year street recovery program is well underway, and Construction Business TV Portland hits the road. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Sean Tolan, and you're watching Construction Business TV Portland. If this is your first time here, thanks for watching, and we will be bringing you the steel prices story, the Gresham Street Recovery Program, and we're hitting the road for an epic American road trip. First though, Construction Business TV is your news and information source for all things related to the building trades. Now, we are also here to serve you. While you are here, please feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and stay in the loop on all the latest information affecting the Portland building trades community. Now for our weekly jobs report. Habitat for Humanity Portland region is hiring an assistant construction superintendent. The position involves supporting the organization's goal of building 23 new homes this next year. The individual will lead future home buyers and volunteers in performing in-house inspections and construction activities. The position is full-time with benefits, including a retirement plan. Applicants need to have a high school diploma or equivalent and 2 years experience in the construction and contracting business, especially as a carpenter or framer. Applicants also need a valid driver's license and reliable transportation according to Habitat for Humanity. The link to apply is in the description below. And folks, if you're hiring, feel free to comment below. We would love to include you in one of our future jobs reports. Now, moving along. I have exciting news for you folks. Construction Business TV Does America is hitting the road, and CBTV Portland will be visiting communities all over the United States. We're traveling to over 20 states, driving over 8,200 miles, interviewing fellow journalists in their hometowns, visiting national parks, and hearing from folks like yourself on the street that may be featured in upcoming videos. We will be posting live updates to our Facebook page from the road as well. I wanted to take a moment to say this trip is not about Sean or Construction Business TV going across America. This trip and this series of reports is about you, about the diverse communities all across America, the faces and places that are building our cities, our homes, our businesses, and our lives. We're so excited to have the opportunity to get to go out driving across the country and speaking with the larger family that exists around the culture of Construction Business TV. We're here to serve you, to hear from you, and to share with you. So stay tuned. This is going to be exciting. There's going to be some really great reports coming all throughout the month of May from sea to shining sea. Now to our next story. Starting in 2018, Gresham undertook a major reconstruction project. The City of Gresham is reconstructing its most deteriorated residential streets in the largest street investment in Gresham's history. The types of work performed will include sidewalk ramp improvements for pedestrian safety at intersections, and over 70 streets will be under construction, getting repaving, resurfaced, repaired. Here is what Gresham had to say about their 8-year project that started in 2018.
The Hitting the Streets program is new, and it's historic for Gresham in that we'll be making the largest investment in the rebuilding of our most deteriorated streets throughout the city that the city has ever seen. We're actually going to be rebuilding about 25% of the city's local streets. These are streets that have been in poor condition for a very long time. So we've heard from citizens and businesses that it's really important that we get out and fix these streets. We now have a program to do it, so it's very exciting.
Local streets selected for improvement were evaluated using pavement condition ratings. with all streets rated at less than 25% to be repaved. The city is addressing the worst streets, and preventative maintenance will continue to extend the life of the streets. The general contractor is Rocky Mountain Construction, LLC, out of Klamath Falls, Oregon. And you can find more information in the link below on this project, including construction impacts, the project background, and a full list of streets that are scheduled for paving and repaving in 2021. Now for our next story. Domestic steel prices have risen more than 160% since last August. Distributors have had to decide whether to absorb or pass along the increased cost. Now, record high prices, meanwhile, are turning out to be a bonanza for steel producers. Shares of American steel makers, they've gained 65% since last August alone. An analysis by the rating agency Fitch shows U.S. steel makers enjoyed a profit margin of 45% in January 2021. Now, Nucor is a leading steel producer in the U.S., and they expect to post their highest ever first quarter profit. In a report from Reuters, U.S. steel prices are 68% higher than the global market price and almost double China's, even with prices in both China and Europe up over 80% from their pandemic-induced lows. The price gap is so wide that even with a 25% profit, it would be cheaper to import than to buy from domestic mills. The United States imported 18% of its steel needs last year. Logistical challenges like container shortages and thin overseas supply are keeping imports in check. But some distributors expect imports to pick up by June 2021 if the domestic market remains tight. Uncertainty over the tariff outlook is one factor keeping the wraps on domestic steel output. Angela Reed, an executive at Atlanta-based steel distributor Ribas International, says an expected review of the import restrictions is delaying a ramp up in production and a buildup in inventories, as easing curbs will likely drive down the domestic prices. Now, people are trying to make sure that they don't get hung with any of the higher priced stuff, Reed said. Is this yet another disruption in the supply chain like we've seen in the lumber industry? How about your business? Have you seen the supply cost increases for steel affect your bottom line? We want to hear what you think. Let us know. You can review our reports more in depth in the links provided in the description. Thank you for watching Construction Business TV Portland, and have an amazing day.